check out our social media platforms. We are on Spotify and...
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Puckin Buds Recap. You got your host, Ginger Claus, and myself, Dusty. As you see on the screen, it was a 4-2 final. What were your thoughts? Break it down by period, we'll say then, okay? So, first period. How'd you think they came out tonight?
It was all right.
Yeah. See, I thought they started pretty good.
It started good. There was the goal, and then there was, some chaos.
So no goals in the first period. It was tied 0-0. But it was good. It was like a lot of chaos. Jesus Christ. The hits tonight were 65-68. That's insane.
Yeah. People are just arguing on my Twitter right now. My phone keeps going off.
To me, I don't know. Like, are you disappointed? Like, are you pissed off after tonight?
No, I'm just confused. I'm confused why everyone's acting like the series is over when while we were outshot, it still looked like we were basically in control.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're blaming that on Samsonov. That's what the general consensus is on Twitter. I guess Keith pulling him on the penalty kill, that's fucking beyond me. I don't know. I can't start at period one, man. I am pissed. But, I don't really think the team's to blame here. There was some fucking questionable calls that weren't made. Am I going to blame the refs? No. There was fucking lots of fucking heavy hitting that was fun to watch. I was screaming at my TV for a lot of it, but, I just need someone to explain to me like I'm 5. Where, was there a goal that was soft? Was there a goal where Sammy, I don't remember looking at him and thinking, oh, he should have had that.
So,
people are telling me he was part of the problem.
So I think I know the one you're talking about, and I think a lot of people are not understanding that it's really, really hard to play goal without a stick.
Yeah,
I lost a stick because Matthews would wrap around the net.
So much. Anybody who, I hope people are watching this. If you tweeted at me when I said, if you think Sammy's part of the problem, you lick windows, and you told me he's part of the problem, right now I think you lick windows. If you haven't played goalie, shut the fuck up. I was a goalie. I played at a high level. It was bullshit a lot of the time. I had games where I let in 1. I had games where I let in 7. I had a year where I had 10 shutouts. I've done a lot. Playing goalie without a stick is bullshit.
Yeah.
And if you're going to blame that on him, I fucking welcome you to go play against my son's team, all right, without a stick. They're going to score 10 on you. He's 8.
You can't play without a stick for one. And, man, when watching
I think that's why they have them.
Watching that, man, I found it, I don't know about you, but I found it was a little bit easier to kind of watch the game tonight, compared to, a watch-along when we do it.
Yeah, there's a little less pressure because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even just watching it, I don't see how Sammy can be blamed on a lot of that, man. It was just a lot of bad bounces. That was a good game, man.
What was it? The first goal where
the Matthew Nines
3 things happened that should have been called. Even something happened where the Leafs should have got a penalty.
Oh,
and then a goal happened 10 seconds later.
That is kind of an incident that really fucking pissed me off too. The Bertuzzi thing with Marchand. I love this. I love this going on between them two. I love it. I haven't seen anything like this since kind of the Tucker days, right? Like Darcy Tucker being a rat, pissing the other team off, like John with other kind of rats, you know.
Yeah.
That play, I really, really feel should have been called dead. A penalty on both sides, called dead. They're freaking guys are scrumming in the middle of the ice. I'm dumbfounded. How was that not called?
Yeah, I literally, like, once that bullshit happened with Bertuzzi and Marchand, I literally was just talking to my buddy. I thought they blew the whistle.
Yeah. And I think that's the way
like,
everyone looked at it. It was like, oh,
what?
the whistle's
Yeah.
going to go. Like, oh, no, nothing's going on. But, like, yeah, like, why
And
was
then
that
I
not
hear,
called?
oh my God, in all the confusion, they score. And I was like, and I look at the screen, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, this is what sucks about the NHL, is that I don't care if it's like, if it was nothing called whatever, but like, can explain why it wasn't called dead. Was it not
blow the
called because it
whistle.
wasn't affecting possession? Like, is it because the possession was away? But like, you have two guys kind of jawing at each other and tripping each other down. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
with
get why
you.
that
Like,
wasn't
okay,
called.
Skip McAvoy, I think it was pulling
Matthews down.
pulling
That should have
Matthews
been
down.
that should have
Skip
been a
that
penalty,
completely.
man.
Okay, yeah, that should have been a penalty, but skip it completely. They
Yeah.
missed the call. I do not care.
Yeah.
A whole fucking soap
It's
opera was
playoffs. It
happening in
happens.
the
It
middle
happens
of
in
the
the
ice.
playoffs.
Yeah, the next thing that happened should have been blown dead. That was fucking absolute confusion.
That's what my part was. Like, I don't get why that wasn't blown dead. The missed call, whatever. It's a missed call.
It happens. It's the playoffs.
Even in this one too, right? Like,
but is this the Danbury Trashers now? Are we just fighting in middle ice? Like, I know no one dropped the gloves, but there was enough going on where there should have been at least a whistle, split them up,
bro,
fucking drop
when
the puck
the game
again.
was getting rough and Revo was just out there when he laid like 3 people out in that one shift.
That was
Oh
fun.
my god, man, that was such a good. That's like, I think I texted you right at that point.
Yeah, but that was right where it turned around too, because that was something else I wanted to bring up. Because like, we can look at this period to period. In the first period, it was better than the third, that's for sure. The second period was where I noticed this: the Leafs cannot carry momentum without the defense collapsing completely.
Yeah.
As soon as, like, it's funny because you watch other teams do it. They score a goal and then they're on the attack. And when they're on the attack, they manage to keep the attack and switch to the defense if they have to. They can transition.
Yeah. And so they do have a tough time transitioning from that.
They don't transition if there's momentum on their side. But as soon as they pinch and put pressure on the other team, the defense just collapses, and then it's a 2-on-1 or a 2-on-0. And it's aggravating because what else can we do besides just talk about it on the internet? But yeah, also I saw something you posted on Twitter talking to Fulton that kind of made a lot of sense. Like, why is
the guy who runs our power play
he's a defensive
Guy
coach,
Boucher, who's known as a defensive coach? And why is what's the other guy's name? He's known as having like being pretty good offensively. Why is Guy Boucher not running our penalty kill, which is absolute fucking dog shit too?
Yeah, I know if I was running the penalty kill, I would have looked at Sheldon and said, why is Sammy skating to the bench right now? Is there a delayed penalty? Because that just baffled me. I know if I'm the goalie there, I'm even asking the coach what the fuck he's thinking. What's the general consensus on a penalty kill? Yeah. Usually the puck is in your end most of the time. Let's pull the goalie. Even strength.
Yeah, I guess wanting a late push, but like, yeah, man, especially you're like, I don't know, man. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there right now, and they are questioning Keith's abilities, right? Like, Keith's abilities to adjust, Keith's abilities to not get out coached. And, like, I just not seeing it right now with him. Is he going to adjust to it? Like, is he going to get stuffed into a locker again?
He should be in a locker right now. Yeah. I don't know, man. How many times this season and playoffs do we have to ask ourselves that fucking question? There's just a fucking short on our YouTube, but where you're asking the exact same thing after a loss.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I don't get, man. Like, it's the same thing time and time and time and time again. Like, when does it stop?
And that's just it. Like, I feel like someone needs to sit him down.
Reese,
and say,
welcome to
okay.
the show. Reese and Madiker, a very tough loss. Yeah, it was a very tough loss. Like, it's a tough loss, but at the same time, I'm not super pissed off at this either right now because, like, I don't feel they played absolutely terrible.
They did not play terrible. I don't disagree at all. They didn't play terrible. It was just a fucked up game where poor coaching decisions were made. And, a call is going to be missed in the playoffs. But, like, if there's a dick measuring contest at center ice, maybe blow the whistle. You don't even have to give anyone a penalty unless their dick is actually out. But, like, blow the play dead and fucking figure out what's going on there.
Both penalty. I don't even know if just penalties. Just blow it dead. Enough, guys. Get out. Like, move on. But, like, I don't know how it just was allowed.
But not one point, like, Twitter, y'all can fuck off. At not one point did I look at the game tonight and think, wow, Sammy is just doing shit. Like, he had over 90 save percentage. If that goal against the pull, do goals against when you're pulled count against your stats?
I believe so. If someone's in the chat and they know that, let us know. But I don't believe it does.
I was wondering that earlier. I don't think it does, but I don't know for sure. But not once did I look at that and think, wow, Sammy should have did better. Like, oh. And then all I see on Twitter is just, the problem is Samsonov. Are you high? I'm high, and I'm asking if you're high. Like, I put the pipe down.
I don't see it as a Sammy issue tonight. I could maybe sometimes before, but tonight, not at all for me.
No. And like, also I saw people complaining about Marner. Like, I found when he had the puck, he was in decent control of the puck, and he set up a lot of nice plays tonight. He got an assist, and people are still upset.
He looked much better tonight.
Much better.
He's still not Marner, like the regular player, but when you're coming off a high ankle sprain, you're not going to be you. Player. You're going to see maybe Marner back kind of November-ish, I bet you, because he's got to train on it. He's got to build strength in it. Like, he's coming in the playoffs like this too, right? Like, well, you had a couple of games before the playoffs, but like, you're coming into very, very intense hockey right now.
Yeah.
Like,
and for what he's dealing with, I find he's doing okay.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he's not Marner yet. But
what is Marner in the playoffs, right?
That's his thing. That's why I think a lot of people are so on that right now. Because what are we going to get from Marner?
Even if he does what he did tonight, he's doing something. And it's better than last year. I don't even remember what his points were last year. I'm not a huge stat guy.
Marner's points?
Last playoffs.
Oh, playoffs? I think I'm pretty sure he led the team last year in points.
Well, make a fucking liar out of me then. I'll look dumb. I don't care.
Yeah, last playoffs, he had 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points in 11 games. So in 11 games played, 14 points. More in a point of play.
All right. Oh, fuck. I looked at Twitter. I shouldn't have. Holy shit.
So,
I'm staying off Twitter for today.
Marner has played 53 playoff games. He has 10 goals and 38 assists for 48 points in 53 games in the playoffs. It's
not
funny
bad.
because you still look at that, right? And you go, okay, that's not bad, but is that $11 million?
One time I thought it was fun, and it was actually very sobering. If you ever think that Matthews and Marner are real playoff performers, honestly, just look at McDavid's playoff stats.
Oh, exactly. Draisaitl.
Draisaitl too. McKinnon.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they put up 48 points in 50-some playoff games, but McDavid in the playoffs, he averages over a point a game still, I'm pretty sure. Last time I looked, which was probably a year ago. Like, okay, I just defended Marner earlier, but from everybody, we do have to expect more during this time of year.
We should, and like I'm not saying like it's not all on Marner. I've never.
No, it's definitely not. Just like it wasn't on Sammy, but it is all on Keith. Fuck that guy. No, I'm just kidding. He can't score.
Keith just doesn't adjust on the fly. He's doing a little bit better. He's trying to change some stuff up. I am glad that he's not putting Mitch and Austin together.
Yet.
Besides on the power play.
Which it didn't work, but... Oh, on to the next one is really all you can say.
Like, yeah, I guess. You got so Matthews hits that one that went off the fucking post, man. I swear that guy's like I said to Kyle earlier, that guy's hitting more pole than Riley Reid. But yeah, like he's hit so many posts. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, there was a couple players tonight that were just like they had 5 or 6 goals on their stick, but either
Bertuzzi.
A post stopped it or Swayman stopped it.
Swayman was unbelievable, and like
he is.
Do you see? I don't. That's why I don't understand their thing of rotating goalies no matter what. Like, if I'm Boston, I definitely play him game 4.
Yeah. Good thing you're not Boston, though, because I like our chances against Allmark.
I am liking that, too.
But that's just the thing is, like, okay, if we trade blows with them for 7 games, like, that 7 game is Swayman.
Yeah. Yep.
But, you know, let's not even get too far ahead of ourselves.
Had to beat him once. That point.
Yeah, that's true. You do just have to beat him once at that point, but I'd like to beat him more than once.
I would, but yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Take what you can get at this point.
Exactly. So I was gonna say, so let's talk about the goal scorer. So Matthew Nice. That's that one from Marner that you were talking about.
Yep.
That was a beauty. Good for
It
him
was.
too, man. He is playing well right now, Matthew Nyes. Yeah, I would say he had a pretty decent, like, at least first, like the second period, he had a good second period.
Yeah. Yeah, the second period was definitely our best period, eh?
Yeah, they came out real hot, and all the hitting. I believe all the hitting was what, in the first or the second?
Second. I think
Yeah.
it was the second.
And there is actually one more player I do kind of want to give a shout out to, because I think he's been pretty fucking good through 3 games. Ryan Reeves.
Yeah, he's been great.
I not expecting how good that fourth line actually looks at times. Like, there's times that that fourth line looks very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to watch, and I notice he's putting himself in situations where he can make the hit and not blow a play now
Yeah.
after that little mishap in game 1.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
man, wasn't it nice to see him just fucking run over? I think it was Zacha.
Is that, yeah, dude? Pasta was getting hammered all night.
And see, that's the thing, like, and that's what I like. It's funny. Glove save. Glove save. It's funny how social media can just bum you out, because after the game, I actually felt pretty positive. As a team, it was a decent game, and other than that fucking bullshit, let's pull the goalie on the penalty kill, I thought it was fine. There was some missed calls both sides. There was some weird bounces. There was some fucking hits that were insane on both sides, and it was fun to watch. And I was like, you know what? A loss is a loss. It's game 3, and we aren't down 3 games to none. So let's look at the positive. And another positive to take from that is we are wearing out their players who usually shine.
I agree.
And that's nice to see, because
if
we do this over a 7, if we do this over 7 games, by game 7, if we're still dominating them, well, maybe not even dominating them, but matching them physically, I have better feelings than I did after game 1. But what do I know? I'm just a roofer.
You're right, though. I have that theory, man. Like, well, why not, as your team, take that game 1 like Domi did, those slashes to the hands. Take those kind of penalties. Take a bunch of those. How hurt are you going to be if you keep getting slashed in the hands over a game?
Pretty hurt. Yeah, some people might not even be able to play after the wrist is broken for the 3rd time.
Play, man. It's playoffs. Like, it's it's be savage out there now. Like,
yeah. And though it was a loss, we did show that we can do that, and if we continue to do that, it will work over time. You got to wear them down, and they're not looking like bullies anymore, are they?
No.
So
well, actually,
I think the Bay Street Bullies.
The Bay Street Bullies, bro.
Yeah. Nice. I hope it sticks.
Could. Who knows? We'll see.
But we won in Boston last time. We're going back to Boston. I don't really think the whole home ice means jack shit at this point. It has never meant anything to Toronto. Like, I forget, was it Shadow? Shadow tweeted saying, I can't tell if this is a playoff game or a regular season game. Every other arena right now is towels fucking flying. And the Leafs, yeah, it got loud there a couple times, but it's right back to the fucking country club, sitting in your seat, sipping on your margarita, tweeting about the game.
I thought it sounded really loud. I thought it sounded pretty loud all night. Maybe
Did
it
it?
could be the feed that you had, or like I don't know,
Maybe.
but like I found it. We had the TV kind of loudish though, so because I was watching it with Kyle down in the basement.
Nice.
So yeah, like I said, right? Like really hard to be disappointed in that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what game 4 brings. It's not
Exactly.
over. It's still very early.
Exactly.
If we go down 3-1, panic. But
Yeah.
if we're gonna trade shots with them till game 7, just wear them down physically, and I think we might be able to do it.
I agree. I think that is what's going to be the key, is to wear them down. Hitting,
But
lots of hits. It's nice to see them being engaged in the hitting, and like it seemed they're not, but Boston doesn't seem afraid. I don't want to see that, but like
they're like on edge.
They're on edge. They're expecting a hit when they go into a corner with a leaf now.
Yeah.
And that's what you want, right? You want you want someone scared, basically. So what we got out of town right now? Vegas and Dallas are tied 1-1 right now. We got LA up 1-0 on Edmonton right now as well.
Oh, nice.
In the first,
I love it when Ryan Whitney's wrong.
Why was Whitney saying?
Oh, he says that Edmonton has LA every time, and they already won this series. And he said, I won't give them a sweep, but it's over in 5.
I gave them the sweep, so it's still early. Still early, and they got McJesus, so.
Yeah, but Ryan Whitney's trash. Okay, that's a lie. He's actually a very funny individual, and I'm sure he's very nice. But when it comes to what he says about the Leafs, he's trash.
So we got some quotes coming out now, okay?
All right.
So Chris Johnson says, Sheldon Keefe on Marchand. He gets calls. It's unbelievable, actually, how it goes. You got to play through that stuff. I don't think there's another player in this series who gets away with taking a Bertuzzi's legs all the way that he does. It's an art, and he's elite at it. Matthew Nye is on Brad Marchand. He says he wants to get under our skin and influence the refs, so I think we've just got to be composed and not kind of get into that bullshit. Just play hard and make him less effective.
Yep.
Well, no shit, man.
So, yeah. And also...
Maybe you need to do that to guys on Boston.
Also, we could just cross-check him.
Yeah.
He hates getting cross-checked. He even
Why don't we
tweeted.
Call Kyle Clifford up.
Yeah, cross-checks to the face,
Hey,
Kyle.
go do something stupid.
Is he still under contract with us?
I don't know.
Or is he just a lifetime AHLer now?
I think he's just exclusively in the AHL right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what he's doing for the Marlies works.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun, too.
Yeah. Anything else? No, very welcome to Utah event for the NHL 2 team. Here's the owner. Okay, yeah. So, no other quotes coming out quite yet, but yeah, man. Like, what do we think? Do we think next game? Like, who would you give player of the game to then?
I wanted to give it to Bertuzzi when they were winning. So I guess I'll still give it to him. I think he's going to win player of the series for me because he's just been doing everything he can.
Yeah, he has been.
He is really like, he is what they said. They said that he shows himself in the playoffs, and that guy, maybe he's not getting 2 points a game. Maybe he's not, but he's fucking, you see him everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's really going to be a sin if we don't get to see a run with him. I hope we see him next year.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, not too often am I too upset if we sign rentals and then just bye-bye at the end of the season. Like, O'Reilly didn't care. Fucking, what's his name? The year before.
I know who you're talking about. He was on Boston. No, he's on Nick Foligno.
Chicago, Foligno, yeah. Foligno didn't care. Like, but like, I'll be pretty upset if we don't see a return of Bertuzzi and Domi.
Yeah, I will too. I want to see them both back. Yeah, they've both been good. Like, and this is what we need for them, right? We need that style.
Yeah, and we need, like, say it ends this series in Boston. Say it ends in this series. Say we're done in the first round. It would be nice to be able to keep the skeleton of a roster besides 4 pieces.
Yeah.
And to build some chemistry with the roster. It's like chemistry doesn't even exist in hockey anymore. It's becoming more and more like the NBA every day.
Mm-hmm. That's why I think. Well, they're looking at how the NBA is growing, right? And they're like, oh, well, we want to grow like the NBA. But
yeah, so let's just do dumb things.
But the thing is, man, is the NHL is never going to become the NBA.
No.
Because NBA is ingrained in American culture.
Which is funny because it was created in Canada.
Yeah. But, like, you look at it, right? Like, it's a status thing for celebrities to be front row at a basketball
game. You're right.
Courtside.
And they don't even watch the game. Half these celebrities don't even like basketball, but they want to be seen there.
Like, you see celebrities at baseball games, but you don't see it like you see at basketball.
I'd say it's like basketball and then football and then baseball, but then like hockey. In LA, you see a lot of celebrities show up to hockey games.
You can, yeah. And besides,
not very often, but when you do see Will Ferrell show up to a game, yeah, that's where it is, right? Like a lot of those, Beverly Hills funny guys.
You got Bieber, and Drake will show up to Leaf games too in the playoffs.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. It's funny because like Canadian games, we get Justin Bieber, Drake.
You could argue,
and then
those
Alicia,
are two of the biggest music icons.
And then Alicia Cuthbert from Popular Mechanics for Kids and Girl Next Door,
who married Dion Phaneuf.
Just because she married Dion Phaneuf. Yep.
Yeah. She used to be there. Yeah.
Who else was it? Hillary Duff there. She was married to Mike Comrie.
Yeah.
So she was at games occasionally, but like all celebrity marriages, that failed.
Yeah, well.
So anyway, celebrities don't go to hockey games is what we're telling you, folks.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So, anything else you got for tonight?
Me? The only other thing I can say is do not start Wall in Game 4. People are saying that, and that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I agree. You don't want to do that.
I say Game 4, Sammy lets in 3 in the first 7 shots or something stupid where sometimes do that. Wall sees Game 5. But right now, like, you're judging it just by an L. You're not looking at anything he did. You're like, if you're saying Sam, okay, maybe he was a part of the problem. Maybe one of those goals should have been saved. to say he's the problem, I just can't take you seriously anymore, I guess.
I agree. Like, you definitely can't, man. Like, everyone's gonna have a different opinion on that. Which,
definitely.
You know,
someone probably thinks I'm an idiot for saying it, but
they do have a logical argument for that. Definitely feel free to message us and say something. Like,
message Dusty. I'm probably not gonna read it today.
Well, I mean, even here in the chat, but yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We'd love to have someone on the show, even. Like, someone wants to come on, has an opposing view, sees something we're not. Come on the show. Some chill. So.
Nope. No one wanted to argue with us, I guess.
Guess not. So. Saturday, I think we're going to do a watch along.
Might as well.
Yeah. This could be pending. We might be doing it with Kyle in the basement from here and still have you on there.
Nice.
This could be pending. We gotta see. What we can set up. Might set it up Friday night in the basement. We're not 100% sure yet. We'll do a watch along. If we're not doing that, I'll set it up. My stuff in here. We'll do that. We'll get. Well, me and you gotta try and find a way to get synced up as much as possible. But yeah. So we'll figure that all out. Thanks everyone for coming out. If you are on the YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like it. Make sure you have your notification bell on so you know when we go live. Come join the chat. Come even make an appearance. We'd love to have someone on. Ginge, buddy. Have a good night, brother.
Peace out, everybody. Sounds great.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Check out our social medias.